geography, travel, adventure, treasure. These are the things that come to mind when maps are mentioned. But that is not all that maps are for. Maps depict how people view their world at the time the map is made. Often, what is excluded is as telling as what is included in the map, in terms of what the cartographer deemed important. Maps then are symbols of dominion. They mark territorial boundaries, not just of lands owned by individuals, but of territories belonging to nations, charting not only physical boundaries, but also cultural and political spheres of influence.
500 years ago, 400 years ago, a cartographer was really a powerful person. That was really important for a kingdom to control the power, to control the maps.
Above all, maps chart the rise and fall of nations. As territories are added or subtracted from these nations, as new discoveries are made, so too do these maps change.
Maps provide us with materials for historical records and research, particularly in the history of civilization and science. And old maps assist us in illustrating the course of human history. A series of maps of one region arranged in chronological order can show vividly how it was discovered, explored by travelers, and described in detail. A series of maps, for example, of a coastal region or of a river estuary, gives information as to the rate of changes in outline and the causes of these changes.
The Philippine Islands appeared in different forms on ancient maps carried by Arab and Chinese traders, the earliest known of which is the map by Chu Su Pen in 1320. As there was no Philippine nation in ancient times, the islands in the archipelago were known by different names. Not until the Spaniards arrived, however, did the islands appear on a Western map. Immediately after Magellan's expedition, the Philippines was placed on the map by European cartographers.
The very first time an island of the Philippines appears is on a map of Sebastian Munster around 1550.
Prior to the discovery of the Philippines by Magellan, the Philippines did not exist at all in these early maps. No? After the discovery of the Philippines in 1529, the islands of Visayas and Mindanao slowly started to appear in maps. Luzon did not appear yet. It was only after the coming of Legazpi in the late 16th century that the whole Philippine archipelago started to appear in maps.
When was the first time that the name Philippines itself appeared on a map?
It would be in the so-called Ramuzio Gastaldi map of 1554, just 11 years after Ruy Lopez de Villalobos gave the name Filipina to the island of Samar or Leyte after the Crown Prince Philip of Spain.
During colonization, the Spaniards explored the islands. They established villages, surveyed the land, and mapped their new territory. Finally, the King of Spain ordered that a complete map of the Philippines be made, and the Governor-General of the islands knew just the right man for the task, a Jesuit cartographer named Father Pedro Murillo de Velarde. Father Murillo Velarde traveled around the colony, visiting different parishes and charting the terrain at the same time. In 1734, he finally published what has become the most well-known old map of the Philippines, with prints engraved by Nicolas de la Cruz Bagay and Francisco Suarez, both Filipinos.
The first map, the large map, came out in 1734. Then eventually, he came out with a smaller map of the Philippines again in 1744.